It's time for Dart Talk. Brought to you by thedartzone.com. Stay in the zone. Thedartzone.com is an official Cosmo distributor and Windy City Fabricators, America's premier fabricators of orthotics and prosthetics, and Redwood Darts, America's newest tungsten darts. Stand straight and tall and hit them all. Redwood Darts. And now, here are your hosts, Mystery Mark and Steve P. It's time for Dart Talk. Brought to you by thedartzone.com. Stay in the zone. Thedartzone.com is an official Cosmo distributor and Windy City Fabricators, America's premier fabricators of orthotics and prosthetics, and Redwood Darts, America's newest tungsten darts. Stand straight and tall and hit them all. Redwood Darts. And now, here are your hosts, Mystery Mark and Steve P.
Okay, welcome to Dart Talk.
Welcome.
I don't know what day it is. It's November.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday in November.
the
That's all I
13th.
know. Is it the 13th?
Yeah, yesterday was 11, 12, 13.
Thanks, everybody, for your patience, especially with the double opening. Dart Talk brought to you by the Dart Zone.
Stay in the zone.
TheDartZone.com is an official Cosmo distributor. Also, many thanks, Windy City Fabricators and Redwood Darts. And how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. This moving thing is for the birds, man, let me tell you.
Part of the reason that we're late is I literally spent 11 hours moving this guy from
Yes,
the suburbs
one day.
to the city. So the city of Chicago's population went up by 1.
Yeah.
And I pulled, I think, 7 muscles, sprained a finger, hyperextended my elbow, and my eyebrows hurt when I woke up the next day.
It took forever.
So outside of that, everything is going good. We've got a lot to get to. We've got results.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, before the end of the show, we'll have results from Chattanooga. But we have results from the Nova Scotia Open,
Right.
and also partial results from the William Hill Grand Slam of Darts, which is still going on.
Okay.
They're down to top. I think they're down to top 8 now, so it's getting kind of serious. And yeah, a couple of BDO guys are still alive, which I don't know how surprising. I don't know how surprising I find that. To be honest with you, I'm not real happy with the way they're doing the Grand Slam, but it's one of these events that they kind of it has an exhibition feel to it.
Okay.
And they've kind of changed every year. They change, how you qualify and stuff. So
Do you want to run a disclaimer before you say too much?
I'm pretty sure that's kind of a mandatory thing. Thanks for reminding me, though. Do we have a disclaimer?
We used to.
Here's one.
The views, opinions, rants, and rampages expressed on Dart Talk do not necessarily reflect individually or collectively those of our sponsors, co-sponsors, wannabe hosts, hearing-impaired critics, or those with a penchant for attitudinal dysfunction. We at Dart Talk strive to provide you, the listener, with an educational, entertaining, and fun-filled experience each and every week. If after the show you, the listener, find yourself feeling uneducated, unentertained, and or bored, we at Dart Talk consider that your own problem.
Okay. So we've disclaimed everything.
That's perfect.
I forgot kind of where we were. So we do have results. We have some
You
we're
were
going to
talking.
preview.
You were talking about the BDO, the rules.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that. Just remind me. That's
All right.
something that just annoys me. We'll preview the rest of the Grand Slam of Darts. We'll preview the last America's Tour for Darts Live is in Hawaii this weekend. So we'll talk about that a little bit.
Where in Hawaii?
I think it's in Honolulu.
All right.
Which it seems like a long drive. to me, so I'm not going to go.
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd make it.
Also, well, there's a lot on the line for that America's Tour
Yeah.
thing. And I tried to get a hold of one of the Darts Live guys before the show in like the 15 minutes I had sitting in a parking lot. Couldn't get him on the phone. So, and then we're going to preview the New World Dart Series. That's not this weekend. It's the weekend after. But we may not be able to do a show next week.
Because you're going.
Because I am going to take the city of New Orleans. I'm going to take the train all the way from Chicago to New Orleans. And I'm kind of looking, it was kind of a last-minute thing. I mean,
It actually sounds fun.
well, there are some states I've never set foot in that two of them I'll cross off my list next weekend. One is Mississippi, which nothing against Mississippi. I've just never had any reason to go there and never did.
How are you going to set foot in Mississippi if you're taking the train all the way to New Orleans?
Because there's no smoking car. So when it stops somewhere, you kind of get off the
Oh.
train, you take a few puffs, and you get back on. So
Okay.
I will set foot in Mississippi, and of course
you
I'll
just
set
take
foot
a
in,
picture of your foot.
well, I don't-
Here's my foot in Mississippi.
If I had friends in Mississippi, I would do that.
Okay.
But I don't really know anybody that lives in Mississippi. And also Louisiana. I've never set foot in Louisiana. I've never been in New Orleans. I am totally stoked about going. I've already kind of like found out where the French Quarter is in relationship to the train station and the hotel and stuff like that. So I'm starting to really like kind of get into
Out of all the places you've been to, two of the places that you haven't been, I've been.
what do you go to Mississippi for? You go to Biloxi?
Tunica.
Or you go to Tunica
Yeah.
and you go gamble.
Right.
Nah,
That's it.
yeah,
But we
like-
did it on our way to New Orleans
in
when we drove.
Okay, well, in my defense, I've been to Vegas like 100 times. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
done with gambling. It doesn't do me any good.
No, but I mean, when you're driving to New Orleans, it's a fun place to stop.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
So
we
we'll-
didn't go there solely to go to Tunica, Mississippi. I'd go to
Some
Vegas.
people do. My
Yeah.
mom does. She
Yeah.
gets on the bus with the
Well,
little
yeah,
ladies,
she's
and away
close.
they go.
Right.
And hopefully it doesn't tip over
Yeah.
because that's what happens, I guess. These old church buses,
They flip.
they flip over and everybody dies. I mean,
Right.
it's terrible. So we'll preview the New World Dart Series. The seeds are out, so we'll go through
Oh,
those.
okay, good.
Some interesting matchups if it's all chalk,
Mm-hmm.
right? If one has to play 16, two has to play 15, and so on, there's some interesting matches, including one for me.
Yeah.
I'll have an interesting match
All right.
if I make it that far, which is not a foregone conclusion. Also, we've got a little dead money thing that we put together at the last minute in honor of. I don't know if you remember this whole challenge thing.
Yeah.
I passed it off to Danny Baggage.
Right.
In
Last
and-
weekend.
and so they played last weekend. So we'll talk about that.
Does that mean that you're not going to play him now?
No, I'll play him in.
Oh, and
I'll play him in New
you're
Orleans.
still
I
gonna
just
play him,
couldn't-
too.
Well, I still don't know who said I was going to Chattanooga. I never set up with
Right.
anybody. I never got a hotel. I was never going to go. I mean, it's
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was a one-time thing, but you're actually still going to play him in New Orleans as well.
yeah. We're going to play New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Race to 16, alternate start, one diddle at the beginning, steal, hopefully a chalker, and then we're going to try to stream it because there's some interest.
Yeah.
In this. And to be honest, that's the one thing, I don't know what you want to talk about first, as far as you want to do results or you want to do previews first. What do you want to do? Do you care?
I don't really care. Well, if we were going to wait on the choo-choo results, which they're in, but you have to get them off your phone or off the email, so we can.
Okay. Are they in? Okay, well, we'll get to those.
We'll get to those later. We'll do
those
results later.
So what do you want to talk about first?
Let's do the previews.
Okay, well, let's talk PDC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the deal with this Grand Slam. Originally, when they did the Grand Slam, it was pretty cool because they were bringing in a lot of non-PDC players. And the thing that was most interesting to people is to see how the top BDO guys would do against the top PDC guys.
Right.
But they're playing, especially in the what they call the league stage, which is basically, in the round robin stage, the format's too short. It's a race to 5. I mean, a race to 5 for top level players proves almost nothing. I mean, I felt bad. I watched some of it. I saw Taylor just trash Kevin Painter. I mean, 5 legs. Taylor was 100% on his doubles, and Painter never saw one. And Painter averaged
Really?
close to 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like,
Well, was that going to change if it was a race to 11?
yeah, race to 11, sure. It's going to change. I mean, nobody's going to shoot 100% on their doubles
Well,
and
I know,
11
but
legs. I mean,
He's up 5-0. It means he's got to lose the next 6.
well, that's a race to 6. I
Oh,
thought you
my
said
bad.
A race to
You're right.
11.
Okay.
I mean, the formats are getting longer now, so it's a little more interesting. I didn't have time today to watch any of the matches, but I did kind of look through the averages, and the averages were pretty good. The averages were pretty solid. Everybody's in the 90s, you know, and it's like, well, okay.
So after the round robin, does it change? It goes up?
Well, yeah, once they get to the knockout stage, it goes up. So right now they're up to, what are they up to? See, this is what
Best
happens.
of 9,
this
maybe?
is why we can't do this
Or race
last
to
minute
9?
stuff. Well, it was, what was it today? Somebody in the chat room tell me. Just save me the time of looking it up. I think it was a race to 10 today. But let's see what happened. Waits beat Mark Webster 10-6, which is not an upset.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Waits has probably been the class of the BDO for a few years, which is probably why he doesn't switch, right? I mean, there's always a couple of guys in the BDO that, you know, why go from being number 1 or number 2 or number 3 to number, 44 or 39 or, because you got to kind of start at the bottom. And it was funny. I watched the Taylor Painter match, and I think it was Stuart Gwynn. I can't remember who was talking, but he said something interesting that unfortunately I didn't have time to check, and the chat room may find this interesting. He said, because I think it was Christian Kist was playing, Paul Nicholson, I believe, and he was saying how, Christian Kist, didn't want to go. He won the BDO championship a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was, but he didn't want to go play darts full time. He's Dutch. He was like getting married, buying a little house, whatever, and he's kind of doing his stonemason, whatever he does. But he said something that I found completely striking. He said that only the top 16 guys in the PDC can afford to play full time.
Okay.
And I kind of thought about that, and I'm like, I could have sworn it was more than that. Because these guys have sponsors and everything. Mm-hmm. And, some guys, like, Dennis Ovens and Terry Jenkins have been playing part-time all throughout. I mean, they have businesses and stuff, and darts was always like, a very serious hobby, like the way your golf club champion manages to stay a 1 handicap even though he's not at the range every night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But with these younger guys coming up and these younger guys really committing to the game and really putting in hours and hours and hours on the board, they're going to pass these guys up. They're going to pass up, Terry Jenkins, and they're going to pass up, I think Dennis Ovens is probably out of the top 16. And they were talking about how once you're out of the top 16, it's hard to get back in because now you're playing seeded players in the round of 16.
Okay.
Well, instead of you being a seeded player in the round of 16. Yeah. So I wasn't sure about the logic there. However,
but how many of those young kids coming up are going to be able to travel full-time either, though?
Well, Van Gerwen's doing it. I mean, it sort of depends. I mean, if you live in England, I don't know how much traveling you really need to do. I mean, if you look at like the ADO and stuff like that, I mean, all their people live in the, all the top people live in the Eastern time zone. Right? Most of the tournaments are in the Eastern time zone. And the BDO actually posted the tournaments that are going to, or the ADO posted the tournaments that are going to lead to BDO points next year. Majority of them are in the Eastern time zone.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of like, okay, if you don't live in the East, I mean, you're kind of out of it. You're hosed. You have no chance. And I don't know how long it's been that way, as far as like, the ADO goes and stuff, but you can't be a national organization if your membership all lives, within 2 hours of the Appalachians. You should call yourself the Appalachian Dart League or something. Instead of the ADO, instead of the American Dart Organization, call yourself the Appalachian Dart Organization because everybody can get there. Right?
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, so, national teams that consist of nothing but people on the East Coast means it's not a national organization by definition. However, whatever spin you want to put on it, that's kind of the way it is. So when it comes to like, these British guys, it's not that hard. Well, I mean, it's still expensive to travel and everything, but for the British people, they don't have to travel as far. The Dutch have to go over to England a lot.
Yeah.
Like poor John Part, how many times has he traipsed over from Canada to London or, Manchester or wherever you fly to? I don't know how many international airports they have in England, but they got more than one. But ramble.
I've never been there.
What else we got? Oh, we have. Okay, I had to talk to a buddy of mine who used to work for the NSA.
Okay.
As like one of these. Did you ever see Criminal Minds?
No.
Okay, Criminal Minds has this woman called Garcia, who's like this, like I guess the FBI busted her because she was a hacker, and then hired her.
Right.
The way Leonardo DiCaprio gets hired in Catch Me If You
Yeah.
Can to catch forgers. Okay, so in Criminal Minds they hire this woman who's like, if you need any information on anybody,
She can get it.
She can get it.
Yeah.
Well, I got a guy.
Oh, you got a guy.
And I gave him a very difficult assignment, which is the results are in front of you. What I did was I said, look, there's this dude who now lives in Atlanta. His name's Dead Money Delfino.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is I want you to hack his iPod, and I want to see the songs he plays the most.
Oh, and he was able to do it.
20 minutes. I don't know how these guys work.
And it was
man.
bad.
20 minutes, he sends me that list. So we have the 10 songs that Danny Delfino plays most on his
On his
iPod,
playlist.
and we'll get to those later in the show. Anyway, we'll take our first break. We're going to keep the break short tonight, and we're going to try to get everything in so that maybe next week we can skip the show because I need to prepare for New Orleans, and our only option next week is to do the show on Tuesday because I'm actually catching the train on Wednesday, so we can't do it on Wednesday anyway.
Sharon was asking when you're leaving for that.
Yeah. Oh, we're taking like the Wednesday afternoon train or Wednesday night train that gets in Thursday afternoon in New Orleans. Apparently, it's like 4 hours longer than driving. So, I don't know. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to figure out what to pack. I've already decided, like a bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
Bottle of red, bottle of
Bottle
white.
of scotch.
I mean, I don't know.
Bottle of scotch and your flip-flops.
And some DVDs for the laptop.
Yeah.
And, I tell you, traveling by train is pretty cool. They got plugs for everything. You got lots of legroom. It isn't like being on an airplane where you can't even open up your laptop if the guy in front of you the person in front of you has their
he's
seat
sleeping.
back. You got to kind of scrunch down.
Right.
It just doesn't work. And, I don't have an iPad. So, okay, we'll take our first break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Dart Talk with Mystery Mark and Steve Pananciamon, and we'll be right back. Okay, back for the second quarter.
Second quarter.
Brought to you by the Dart Zone.
Stay in the zone.
TheDartZone.com is an official Cosmo distributor. Also, many thanks, Windy City Fabricators and Redwood Darts. So where were we?
Well, first of all, I'd like to mention that, like some of the people have already done, but if you want to be quoted on the show in the chat, do an uppercase ding.
Right,
and,
type uppercase ding and then whatever it is you want to see.
Still
us
no
quote.
guarantee that it'll be quoted, but
No
you
guarantee.
You get a better chance at it. One of the people said that you should do a Dart Talk show from the train.
That would be interesting.
You could have Jill as your co-host.
Oh, have Jill?
Yeah.
She won't do it.
No, she won't do it.
She won't
Oh.
do it. She's
Yeah.
shy.
'Cause,
She's like all these women are shy.
I did not plan this trip, so I am not going. So either that or you can do
Lamer.
it solo.
Oh, I can't imagine
You got
doing the show
14
solo.
hours.
I can't imagine anybody wanting to listen to me go on for 14 hours, including me.
Well, I didn't say you had to do it for the whole 14 hours.
Right, and a little bit of news. This horrible typhoon that hit that hit the Philippines. Of course, I have relatives there and everything, but
The hardest storm to ever hit the globe.
did you see the winds that they were?
Yes.
They're gusting to like 200.
We're at 190 is what I heard.
You
yeah.
could literally be in a turboprop airplane and not move. Going 250 miles an hour into a 250 knot headwind. You could literally like hover.
Just right. You're like you're a
Like a
glider.
dragonfly or something. Oh, it's no. I mean, it's a disaster. And we actually, Jill and I were driving down Irving Park Road, and there's like a Filipino community center, and people were lined up around the block,
help.
dropping stuff off.
Yeah.
So I tried to do a little bit of research to see how people could best contribute. And I came up with the American Red Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Facebook, there's a little thing that comes up now. If you want to like donate $10, click here.
Yeah. That seems to
By
be
all
out of
means,
all
do
the
what you
places.
can. I
Red
mean,
Cross is always the best place to donate.
This storm is absolutely ridiculous, and it hit a place. They were picking bodies out of trees. I mean, it was like a 50-foot storm surge. I mean, it's absolutely just a beyond belief catastrophe.
Yeah.
And we've got some good dart players in the Philippines. I don't speak Tagalog, so I mean, I haven't really called anybody or anything like that. But the community we have is pretty large, and I know everybody's concerned.
Right.
So I would say my best advice is go to the make a donation to the American Red Cross because they're going to be over there. And actually, we did get another thing. They're going to be collecting at the New World Dart Series in New Orleans. They're going to be collecting shampoo and conditioner and soap and stuff that they're going to send. There's actually somebody that's going to be at the tournament that's going to coordinate that for us. So anybody going to New Orleans, if you want to bring anything, we have somebody that'll send it along. And I guess they're going to try to do like a 50-50 raffle, raise a little bit of money.
For them, right.
Yeah, so, I mean, people, it's funny. Everybody wants to do charity stuff. Toys for Tots is real popular. And then, there's a benefit for this, benefit for this, benefit for this. I mean, we've got all these charities, and darters are really generous when it comes to this sort of thing. So, I don't know. Maybe, this match with Delfino, I'll talk to him. Maybe we could donate some of the proceeds to this. I think that'd be worthwhile. I think something like that. Anyway.
Think you could put up a phone number under the stream for call to donate?
Yeah, we might be able to do something like that. I'll have
Cross.
to talk to the powers that are and see if there's anything they could do.
Text whatever 5 numbers.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
the Red
because
Cross.
we were gonna stream the match, and there was Danny's been up talking a lot of smack on Facebook and stuff, and there's he's got
Before or
friends
after
that want
last
to see
week?
him. Oh wow, I haven't heard much. To be honest, I
okay.
haven't had time to check Facebook.
Once
the
again,
last
we'll
few
get to
days,
that, but I just had to ask.
Well, we'll get to that, but all right. So where were we now?
PDC, we started,
All right,
but we
PDC.
didn't really finish.
Well, I mean, there were some semi-upsets, but we've got some pretty good second-round matches that are going to be coming up. I'm not going to say much about Robert Thornton beating Mervyn King 10-8, Hanky getting by Whitlock by a leg. I mean, okay, whatever. Webster losing. He's been doing it for a year and a half, so that's nothing new. Tony O'Shea beating Andy Hamilton, I would say, is about the only upset from today that I would be like, that's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Silverback. I mean, we'll see if he can keep it going tomorrow. Or actually Friday, he's playing Robert Thornton. And those guys have played before. So let me run these down. I'll run the matches down to you, and you give me your first impression as far as like winners and losers and whatnot. Okay. You know most of these guys. James Wade against Paul Nicholson.
I don't really think I know Paul Nicholson, so I would take James Wade.
Okay. All right, he's no relation to Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, okay.
And he's the only guy in the tournament I've beaten. So I figure I'd go.
Oh, then James Wade for sure.
Right. If I can beat him, anybody can.
Yeah, right.
No, Paul's a good player. James is becoming that enigmatic guy. He's becoming like the Andrew Bynum or the way Kareem was when he was with the Lakers. You never know what the guy's going to do any given night. He's going to go for 35 and 30, or he's going to throw 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know with the guy. Ronnie Hybricks against Kim Hybricks.
Oh, the brother matchup.
Yeah. I mean,
who's older?
I don't know who's older, but Kim's been way more successful. I think Ronnie's older.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of funny how we'll see. I can't imagine putting a dime on Ronnie Hybricks, but if Kim Hybricks ends up maybe 7, 8, 9 points below his normal average, then Ronnie's going to get him. If he kind of plays down to his brother and it becomes like the basement match or something like that, then Ronnie will get him. Outside of that, no. Phil Taylor and Gary Anderson. And Gary Anderson played really well a couple of days ago when I watched him.
Well enough to beat perfect doubles?
No. And it's, Phil's got it. Phil is in so many players' heads. There's only a couple of guys that I think really feel that they can beat him.
Sure.
I think Adrian Lewis feels he could beat him. I think John Part feels he could beat him. I don't think if John was playing him tomorrow, I don't think John would say, well, I'm going to win. There's no doubt about it. I don't think anybody really thinks like that, except maybe like somebody really young like Van Gerwen might be telling himself that. But how can he tell him that? After losing the World Championship to him, how could he ever say that to himself?
Yeah, some of those guys have a plan. I know I need to do this and this and this in order to win.
Well, it's great to have a plan.
Yeah.
It's great to have a plan. It's great to have defensive tackles.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you don't have them, though. We're not going to go there. Okay, yeah, I can't see. I
can't see Gary Anderson winning that.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I don't see that happening. The Van Gerwen-Adrian Lewis match ought to be just
Should
awesome.
be nice. Yeah.
That's becoming the one rivalry or the one match that I look forward to seeing in any PDC tournament. Those two guys playing against each other, because those are like basically the two best up-and-comers in the last 5 years. Right? Lewis won 2 world championships. Van Gerwen's made a final. I mean, this is the future.
Yeah.
Right? You got Baby Huey against, I don't know.
Probably upset they're playing each other in the second round.
Well, yeah. It's again, I'm not really fond of the way they're doing this tournament. I don't see how we don't have an American in there. Like how is like Darren Young not in this thing? Or Darren Young and whoever came in second on the North American Championship Tour. I don't know if it was Larry or Bernie Miller, whoever it was. I don't see why they can't have some North Americans in there. Like there's no room. Please.
Right.
So I don't know. This event has scaled down from the international event that it was when it started, and I think that that's too bad. They do have that PDC World Cup in February now with the 2-man teams from all the different countries, but I don't see how you can't get like 16 more people in there. I mean, even if you're not guaranteeing money to the first round people that are playing in, I'll bet you they could get themselves over there, right? I mean, why not? What else is going on? I mean, this is a bad weekend for the people that are playing in the Darts Live Americas tour, but everybody else could go, right? Why not let them in?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't understand
what
what
are
they're
they
doing
worried
with this
about if they
tournament
don't
anymore.
get
Well,
16 more, then it's going to screw things up? I mean,
it's a
what if they got 12 more?
strange tournament anyway. You could have put an extra 8 guys and put an extra 1 guy in each round robin group and made everybody play, one more round. I mean, it wouldn't have killed you.
Right.
So I don't know. I was a little disappointed with this thing. I mean, when they first had it, I thought it was really cool. Now I'm just sort of like, it looks a little too clubbish for me. For the kind of event that I'm going to get excited about. However, that match,
you'll get excited about.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah, because I watched Adrian play, and he's starting to look a lot more like he did when he won the first of his 2 world championships. I mean, his scoring was absolutely impeccable at times, and that's how he ended up winning it. And basically, after he won it the first year, he did almost nothing, and then came back and won it again. And now has done almost nothing. So, I mean, okay, if you're going to play good in 1 tournament a year, I mean, that's the one to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, and I think he's got it in for Van Gerwen. I mean, he should have beat Van Gerwen. In his mind, he should have beat Van Gerwen last year. Before Van Gerwen made the final, he played him in, I think it was top 8, and had 2 darts at 40 for the match. And,
oh, yeah,
talk
sure.
about a gag.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. Never seen Adrian Lewis miss doubles, tops that bad. And that's just the pressure. But, to Van Gerwen's credit, Lewis is used to outscoring everybody. And Van Gerwen's right there every leg. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. I mean, that makes it really compelling for me.
Oh, sure.
Is to see guys that are like, neck and neck.
Right.
Yeah, and even if they're neck and neck on 18 darters, I mean, who cares?
Right.
Right? For the vast majority of people, they don't realize how good 11 dart games are anyway.
Yeah.
So,
well, right.
That's another point. So anyway, that's good. And then Friday, there's two top 8 matches. I guess they're top 8. Second round, we'll say.
Yeah.
Tony O'Shea and Robert Thornton have probably played each other 50 times. So, I don't know. They're, Thornton's a wee. I like that. He's like a wee Scott.
Oh, okay.
He's a wee Scott. He's the Ian Woosnam of the PDC. And then that would make Tony O'Shea, I don't know, the Craig Stadler, only taller.
Oh, all right.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
So a couple of veteran players, that'll be interested. Ten Hankey and Scott Waits. I'd be shocked if Hankey was, even within 4 legs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think Waits is absolutely going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Waits is the one guy on the BDO that whenever I see him play, I'm like, you should be on the PDC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right, but
what are you
already said why.
bullying all the amateurs for?
Because you already said why you wouldn't do it.
Well, yeah. It's like Martin Adams was doing that for a while, and then his game looks to me like he slipped a little bit. So, I mean, we'll kind of see. Anyways, those are our predictions.
There's your
such as they
format
are.
down there, too.
Where's my format?
Second round goes to best of 19. Quarterfinals
Right.
goes to best of 31.
10. Yeah. Quarterfinals goes to 31. Okay, that's, so top 8 is when you start getting the... Now
The long
that's
format.
a real match. Well, I don't know if it's long, but it's long enough. I think best of 16 is the equivalent of ADO matches being like best of 11 or best of 9. I want to say best of 11. I mean, you play somebody best of 11 where you got to win 6 legs, and I've said this before, maybe not recently, but you had your chances, win or lose. Either you got beat or you blew it. Best of 3 proves nothing. Best of 3 is just a waste of time.
Yeah.
I don't even see why we bother playing it. Throw in another blind draw and skip
Right.
the singles. I mean, really, honestly. I mean, it's just silly. Anyway, we'll take our second break, and we'll be back for the second half. You're listening to Dart Talk with Mystery Mark, Steve Panasiama. We'll be right back. Okay, back for the second half, brought to you by the Dart Zone.
Stay in the zone.
DartZone.com is an official Cosmo distributor. Also, many thanks, Windy City Fabricators. Let's do some results.
How about it?
I actually...
You have all the results.
I have them in front of me because we didn't have time to actually print anything up. But I have, let's see, we have Nova Scotia. The Nova Scotia Open was actually held. I'll do this. Okay. Mixed doubles, second place Jerry Miles and Cindy Veith. First place Chester McKenzie and Carmel Pasher. The men's singles, joint third, Trevor McInnes and Jason Smith. Second, Dave Smith, and the winner, Dave Cameron. Congrats to Dave. I don't know. Quite possibly. In the men's doubles, I assume this is 501 since it's Canada. Joint third, Seymour Dixon, Leonard Snare, Brian Sear and Dave Cameron. Second place, Jerry Miles and Jerry Melanson. And the winners, Lou Francis and Jim Lambert. On the ladies' side, joint third, Darlene McLeod, Debbie Lewis Christmas, Linda McLeod, Donna Sterrett. Second place, Tammy Perry and Kayla Thompson. The winners, Cindy Veith and Kathy Bourgeois. Congrats to them. Women's singles, joint third, Tammy Perry, Kathy Bourgeois. Second place, Cindy Veith, and winner was Carmel Pasher. And in the mixed, second place, Doreen Melanson, Jerry Melanson, and Jerry Miles. And the winners were Tammy Potty, Dave Cameron, and Chester McKenzie. So congrats to everybody there. That was a 3-day tournament, and they only had 6 events.
Wow.
I love Canada. I want to move to Canada.
Do you have any Seacoast?
They have hockey night in Canada,
Seacoast
too.
results?
Do I have Seacoast results? I do not. I'll take a quick look at the next break because they may have posted them on their website. I know that's a tournament. There's some nice people out there. And, I went to Port City that one year, and I haven't been back, which is – I always regret that. So if I can't get the Seacoast ones by tonight, then we'll have them when we get back from New Orleans.
Right.
We'll get to them eventually. Same with the Choo Choo. We have some incomplete results that I'll give you. But
Apparently,
I
real quick,
don't,
Dave Smith and Jason Smith are father and son.
Father and son.
Yeah.
So you got to like that. You got to like the whole family, the family thing.
Right.
You know, I kind of. Does Phil Taylor have a kid that plays darts? I wonder.
My guess it would be like Michael Jordan's sons playing basketball.
Yeah, they just quit. They
just
I don't know. Phil Taylor's he's just special. He's just one of a kind, and there's just no. Yeah, Michael Jordan's son. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, ding, round robin. Oh, yeah. See, I want to move to Canada. If they could just figure out a way to make it warmer.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle the Arctic tundra or whatever. What did we want? Choo-choo results?
Choo-choo.
All right, we have partial results. Let's see. In the men's 0-1 doubles, second place, Ralph McCool and Goose, Earl Dunkenberger are the winners, Gordon Dixon and DJ Sayer. In the men's cricket doubles, Larry Butler and Danny Delfino. Delfino with a PH. Winners were Danny Baggish and Robbie Phillips. In the men's singles 0-1, Dieter Schutz, second place to Danny Baggish. In singles cricket, Dieter Schutz, second to Larry Butler. In the triples, Shauna Baggish, Danny Baggish, and Robbie Phillips won that. And in the mixed doubles, Roger Carter and Vera Emmons won that. So congrats to all those guys. If we get more results, we'll have them for you the next show.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I mean,
they're
literally,
attached to the Seacrest results.
My compadre
results.
here sucked at least a day out of my life moving him. I've never unloaded a 16-foot truck by myself before, but that's what it felt like Tuesday morning. I hurt all over.
Oh.
I still hurt, actually.
It was.
I'm in a lot of pain.
It was rough.
And then we had stuff to move today. I mean, it's like.
And then you had to help my mom. So
yeah. I mean, it was funny. I mean, I literally tried to practice yesterday, and things hurt so much. I threw like 3 darts, and the first one almost didn't make the board. And I'm like, no, this is a waste of time.
Climbing stairs was tough.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to skip next week's show because I need to get some practice in for New Orleans. But then we will be back.
Have been sent.
We'll be back. Thank you. We will be back on Wednesday, 2 weeks from tonight, and we'll have everything from the New World Dart Series that you wanted to know and didn't think to ask, and we will also.
I'm sure that encompasses a lot for me.
Yeah, dude, your street cred. We're gonna have to talk.
I know. I got to get that up.
Also, just so you guys know, next month we're going to be doing our end of the year awards. We're going to be doing them. We're going to be doing them a little different. but we're still going to have newcomer of the year, most outstanding player, and players of the year. So if you want to nominate anybody, send an email to, well, Sharon Butler need not send anything. Everyone else can send an email to
She
Dart
sends
Talk.
enough of them.
Send an email to darttalk@gmail.com. Nominate whoever you like. Just, write down why you're nominating them, and we'll go through them all, and we'll try to get all the nominees on the show during December. And then our year-end show, we'll pick a winner for the World Championship, and we'll identify, all of our outstanding players of the year, newcomer of the year, and we may have one other special award. I still have to look into that and see how we're going to do it. But I'm having a problem with the
Just
women.
leave
I think.
everybody hanging on that one.
Well, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll nominate more than 3 in the outstanding player and players of the year categories, but I think we're only going to pick one. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick a separate men and a woman. Maybe we'll just do the male and female players of the year, but then the outstanding player and the newcomer of the year,
Right.
we'll nominate males and females, and we'll just pick the most deserving candidates.
To be determined.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
know.
last year's newcomer of the year got what, $50,000 in cash and a Cadillac or something.
Oh, any jackwagon this year?
Oh, should we do that
We
again?
gotta do a
Jackwagon? Should
oh,
we do
sure,
Jackwagon?
that was fun.
Okay, yeah, we should. Okay, we'll do.
Thanks for reminding us. That's
Yeah, that's
we got to
smartest
do.
chat room in the business. Yeah, we'll take nominations for Jackwagon of the year.
Yeah.
I already got a couple. I actually got one not too long ago from somebody. So
Yeah, that's a
yeah, we'll
great
take.
thing.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We enjoyed that Jackwagon thing. Yeah, so we'll do that too. So that's a lot of awards to give out during December, and then
You're gonna have to come up with the soundbite again. You jackwagon.
Oh, I still got it. I'll find it. And then also next month we're going to do the 10 things we'd like to see most in the sport of darts in America next year.
Okay.
We'll take nominations for that. Again, you guys, you can email us darttalk@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. Just type in Dart Talk. You could find us on Twitter. We're at Dart Talk. And you can always get the audio podcasts off iTunes, or off Stitcher.com, off TuneIn.com. Our video archive is available on YouTube. And now,
drum roll.
if you go to darttalk.us,
Yeah.
there are links to everything on that page. The website's not up, but we have a page up there with links to everything. So we're going to start sending everybody to Dart Talk US. And eventually, I think, when you want to watch the show live, you'll go to Dart Talk US. Not today.
No.
Nobody, don't touch anything. Just leave it. But,
Just be prepared.
but yeah, we are getting to work, and I'm hoping that I don't have to play in December. So that's going to be I'm going to try to get the website done by the end of the year and make it all
Did you get it
nice
from
and
me,
pretty.
Steve? I'm not sure what that means. Smurf is asking.
Yes. Yes, I did, Smurf. I got one nomination
Get
from
what?
Smurf.
Oh, okay.
Smurf sent a nomination.
Oh, all right.
So the newcomer of the year, I'll tell you right now who the 3 favorites are for newcomer of the year. There's Renee Ripple on the women's side. There's Mike Maloney on the men's side. He's a guy that's people outside Illinois probably don't know him very well, but he was in the money at the NWDS in Vegas. He made top 8 in the only steel tournament he's ever played, and he's also been in the money in all these America's Tour soft tip events. So he's kind of an up-and-coming guy. So somebody nominated him, and then Sean Narain, Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain.
Got to
all right.
nominate him. I mean,
Yep.
he's and he's probably right now for newcomer of the year. He's
front runner.
He's the front runner along with Renee Ripple, and we'll have to get Renee on the show.
Yeah.
I think people enjoy talking to her. She's a bright lady. Anyway, so that's all for December, just so everybody knows. So what are we doing now?
We're almost due for a break, but
Did we do all the results? We did Nova Scotia. We did
Yeah.
Choo Choo.
PDC.
We did the PDC
Yeah.
results.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we'll take one more break, and we'll be right back. You listen to Dart Talk with addled Steve and distracted
You're not
Mark,
going to let me live this one down, are you?
and we'll be right back. Okay, back for the fourth quarter. Brought to you by the Dart Zone.
Stay in the zone.
TheDartZone.com is an official Cosmo distributor. We can preview New World Dart Series. We have the seeds.
You have an announcement to make first, though.
I have an
double 16 announcement.
Happy birthday, Gordon Dixon.
Happy birthday.
Turned 48.
Double
Double 16.
Double 16,
not triple
16. No.
Turned double 16. 32. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday to Gordon. Hopefully he's having a good time,
Yeah.
I would think. He's one of these guys, I don't know, you know, he's going to stay in Columbus to play the Buckeye Open instead of going to New Orleans.
Really?
So it's like, what are you going to do? You got
Well,
a tournament
he doesn't have to
literally in your
travel.
hometown
Right.
that is actually, the payouts at the Buckeye are really good because they don't have anything on Sunday. Sunday they do their Ohio League thingy where, you know, they got an all-star team from Cincinnati, from Dayton, from Columbus, from Cleveland, from wherever else, and, you know, Toledo, whatever, Akron. And they all get together on Sunday and they play this statewide match. I think it's awesome. And it's a tough one to miss. You know, I'm sure they'd like to be in New Orleans, but I wish I was in New Orleans. I could see it in my dreams. Anyway, let's run down the
Seeding.
seeds. Yeah, we'll run down the seeds. Here's the men's seeds. Going number 1 through 16. Darren Young, Larry Butler, Dan Olson, Chris White. Sean Narain, Ryan Barnett, Bob Seneve, Gary Mawson.
Everybody
Me-
got their brackets ready? They
yeah.
should be writing this
Yeah,
down.
yeah, it's like NCAA style. Me, Ralph McCool, Dave Switzer, Ray Carver. And then 13 is Anthony DeArmas Jr., Eric Gregory, Dead Money Delfino, and Scott Lucky Wollaston. So
Nice.
these are those are your men's seeds. Your women's seeds are as follows: Callie West, Paula Murphy, Robin Curry, Shay Reynolds are your top 4. And there's 4 more: Holly Frary, Lisa Ayers, Liz Tynan, and Lorraine Simon. So let's start with the women. You got Callie West against, assuming the chalk flies.
Yes, right, of
just,
course.
Just assuming that's
that's the only thing we
you
can
know.
do.
So we'll just look at the seeds real quick. Callie West against Lorraine Simon.
I don't see how Kelly would have a problem.
Okay. Paula Murphy against Liz Tynan.
I actually know Liz, and she's
Right.
been throwing pretty well.
Yeah, she's been throwing great.
So, I mean, I
Right.
wouldn't put it past her to win.
That's the one women's match I hope they stream. I
Yeah.
hope they stream Paula and Liz because I think you could get that could be a real cracker.
Mm-hmm.
If Liz plays the way I've seen her play, like around here where she's
Right.
comfortable and everything.
Plus, a couple of
she'll
the
give
tournaments she
Paula-
went to,
yeah.
she's done well.
Yeah,
so.
she'll give Paula a game.
Mm-hmm.
Paula has more tournament experience, vastly
Yeah.
more tournament experience, but she doesn't know Liz, so that can make it kind of interesting.
No, I think that would be nice.
Right.
to see.
And then and then you got Robin Curry against Lisa Ayers. Now you don't know Lisa.
No, I do not.
Lisa's one of the good women in the South.
Okay.
And so I see her like I've seen her at
So she's
Nashville
close to home,
and
then.
Huntsville and everything. Yeah, she's not from New Orleans. I don't think any of these women are from New Orleans, but I would have to think that the Southern women would have some sort of advantage against the Yankees. I guess.
You would
I don't
think.
know.
Who knows?
You would think. I don't know. And then Shay Reynolds against Holly Frary.
I'd take Shay.
Take Shay. I mean, I like Shay. I like the way Shay delivers her darts. Holly's got good form, and she's been, playing a lot. She's been going to a lot of tournaments, so the 4-5 there will be interesting. Let's run down the men's. Assuming the seeds come up, I'll just give you the match, and you pick the winner.
Okay.
So Darren Young against Scott Wollaston.
Darren Young.
Wow. At least
Because-
let me finish the guy's name
Because
before you say
Darren's
going to
win. That's the only thing that's stuck
Oh,
in my
'cause
head.
Darren's gonna win?
Darren's going to win. Yes.
Okay.
right.
Larry Butler against Dead Money Delfino.
I would take Larry Butler.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match for Larry, I think. But you got to figure Larry's the favorite there. Dan Olson against Eric Gregory.
I would take Dan Olson.
You take Dan Olson. Dan does really good at these, at the PDC, at these long format 01 events. Dan seems to always play well. He doesn't always win, but he's in the final, he's in the semi, whatever. I mean, he doesn't seem upset prone. Eric Gregory's a good shot. I think he's from somewhere around St. Louis, so that'd be an interesting one to watch. So what do we got? Chris White against Anthony DeArmas Jr.
How's DeArmas playing lately? I mean, I See, but I mean, normally
I don't know, but Chris has been playing pretty well.
I'd have to take
can't-
Chris, but-
Yeah, I think this is all chalk so far. Okay, what do we got? 5 against. Oh, well, okay. Here's one of the 2 really interesting matches in the first round, or we'll say 3, is Sean Narain against Ray Carver.
Yeah, that's tough.
Right, Mr. Up and Comer
right.
against a veteran who's played. I don't know. I think Ray's been playing for like 20 years. Had a lot of success here and there. He's played long format 01 before. He's played PDC stuff
Right.
before. He's been on stage before. And then Sean just seems like an unstoppable force.
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
kind of like
interesting. That'd
like
be a good
something
match.
tough to pick because you would want to see how both of them are throwing going into the match.
I wonder if Sean's going to Hawaii because I saw Ray posted something on Facebook that he's at the airport going to Hawaii. I don't know if throwing soft hip in Hawaii is the best preparation for a long format 01 match, but we'll see. Plus, these are all guys that aren't going to be playing in the round robin. So I still, to this, nobody's going to convince me that skipping the round robin's good for you.
Right.
And I think a lot of these guys may find that out. I don't think it's going to affect people like Darren and Larry who travel every single weekend and play tournaments. But for people that are only playing 1 or 2 tournaments a month, I think that round robin helps them tune up for Sunday. I know it helps me.
Right.
So I'm not real happy that I'm going to be missing the round robin, although I have a substitute plan.
Of course,
I
you
have
do.
a backup plan. Okay, so where were we? 6, Ryan Barnett against Dave Switzer. Jeez.
I don't know Dave Switzer.
Dave is the guy. I remember I told you he looks like the guy's like a walking muscle. He should be.
Okay.
If he was the poster
Is he
boy
like
of
Mr.
American
Clean?
darts in like a tank top, I think we'd get more women playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's pick him then.
He's the John Eric Hexum.
For all the women out there,
for
we'll
all
pick
the
Dave
women,
Switzer.
yeah, Dave Switzer.
He's gonna win.
Heartthrob. There's a nickname for Switzer is Heartthrob.
Dave Heartthrob Switzer.
Another of the, assuming it gets like this, Bob Seneve against Ralph McCool.
Ooh, that's a good one.
To be honest, I as much as I love Bob and I respect his game, I would take Ralph. Ralph always, Ralph. The only reason Ralph is seated, below some of these people is that he doesn't go to as many tournaments,
Yeah.
but he's successful at the ones he goes to, and I think that's what counts. So, and then he doesn't. It's funny. He's taking the train too. He says he's coming down from Birmingham with like 8 people.
Nice.
They're taking the Amtrak, and I'm thinking that'd be a fun train ride.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to be on our train. That'd be kind of totally hilarious. And then I'm going to play the Mauler.
You never know. That'd be fun. And you're going to play
so,
Mawson.
Yeah, if
And you're
it's all
playing
chalk,
Mawson.
if I get that far, me and the Mauler.
Oh, you're done.
I don't know. He got me. The last time I played him in like a big thing, I kind of had him and blew it.
Yeah.
And
Well, you just gave me
to
the
the
reason why you're not going to win
why?
because you're not playing in the round robin.
I have a substitute. I have a substitute
That doesn't mean
plan.
your substitute's going to win or work.
Well, it'd be all right.
I mean, I hope it does.
No, it'll be fine.
I'm not rooting against you.
Yeah, I just I
just-
really like playing Gary.
Yeah.
I like playing Gary. Gary like gets to business. There's Gary just goes up there and he plays his game and he's got a good attitude. I mean, he's one of these guys that people say stuff about him because he wins so often.
Right.
And he said this and la-di-da-di-da. It's like, hey, look, some of these guys I cut slack. I'm like, look, they may not be the best losers, but they don't have much practice at it. So keep beating them and they'll get better at it.
Yeah. Right.
It's just that's the hard part is you keep beating them, right?
Well-
So anyway, so those are the seeds for the NWDS. I can't wait for this tournament. I am really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the train ride. I'm looking forward to seeing New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a blast.
Seeing some people I haven't seen in
Got
a
a whole
while
week
because I
of
haven't
fun.
been out. Yeah, it's going to be not a whole week. We're going to leave on Wednesday, and then we're going to leave New Orleans like Monday afternoon. So we'll have some time to go to Cafe Le Monde and have a beignet and see the French Quarter. And there's an Audubon museum.
Okay.
If you're into that sort of thing, you like birds. I kind of want to see if I can get to a beach because then I would have been in the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Gulf of Mexico all in like the space of like
3 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So see if we can work that out, or go walk on like
I'm
they
sure
have
somehow
like
you can figure it out.
some sort of like marshland that's kind of off. That's supposed to be like a hurricane kind of buffer zone or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
A levee.
Yeah, I'm not going on a swamp boat with Wollaston.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Why not? Go wrestle some alligators.
No. So anyway, okay, so should we do the thing with the guy sent me? The guy who hacked Delfino's iPod?
We're going to run a little long regardless, so let's take our last break and come back and
well, we're going to do one more break and then come back and
we'll do what your hacker sent us.
Do what the hacker sent us?
Yeah.
All right, it'll be a quick break. You listen to Dart Talk with Mark and Steve. We'll be right back. Okay, back for the fifth quarter. Brought to you by the Dart Zone.
Overtime. Stay in the zone.
TheDartZone.com's an official Cosmo distributor. Also, many thanks, Windy City Fabricators and Redwood Darts. I mean, it wouldn't be a show if we didn't mention the little challenge match in Chattanooga.
Right.
Over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who said I was going to Chattanooga, but I said, kind of off the top of my head, I was like, well, I'll have Danny Baggish play for me.
Right.
I should have Danny
Anybody
Baggish.
that listened last week knows that.
I should have him play for me every time.
Yeah.
He beat Delfino. He beat Dead Money 16-0.
16-0.
16-0. To be honest, I've
That's
never heard of that happen.
That's shocking.
I've never heard of. I mean, I've been wiped out before. I've lost.
Was there any comments made or anything that you know?
I didn't see any from Danny Delfino.
No.
I mean, Danny Baggish was pretty gracious. And he had a good tournament. He won the 501 singles. He won the cricket doubles. He won the triples. I mean, so, he was the most on-song player, I would think, over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I just found it kind of funny.
He may owe it all to that little warm-up.
16-0 is like, I don't know what to even say.
That's
I was
the
trying
Detroit
to
Lions
think.
of 2008.
I can't. I don't think I've ever lost 16-0 to anybody at anything except the softball team I was on a couple years ago. We were terrible.
Okay.
I mean, outside of that, in an individual sport, I mean, I maybe mentally blocked it out. Even starting out, I don't think I lost 16 legs in a row to anybody because I don't know. After 5 legs, they'd be like, "Hey, catch me in 3 months or something." I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, 16-0 is quite a pacing, and from what I heard, Danny played pretty good. He threw like 8 or 9 straight games that were 15 or lower. I mean, that's awfully high standard.
That's nice. Yeah.
But you can't hold your throw once out of 8 games.
Times, right.
I guess you were just having a bad day.
Yeah. The guy throws 11 straight or 8 straight 15 darters or less.
All you got to do is throw one on your throw.
Yeah, but I mean, mentally, it could get to you for a little bit, I would think.
I don't know. It puts me in this challenge match I'm going to have with Danny in a little bit of a. I mean, I can't do any better than 16.
Well, I know.
How am I going to do better than Baggish did? I mean, I'm already hosed.
When you said earlier that they're going to stream it and people could make comments on it, I was like, well, what's the first thing everybody's going to do? Is just
Did Danny
see
win
if
a
he'll
leg?
ever win a game.
Wow. Well, I was kind of worried because, I thought maybe that, Dead Money would take this kind of like take it rough. I don't think he did, but so I had this, I had Johan, my hacker buddy, hack into and see what Danny was playing on his iPad
And
or
he
his
sent
iPod.
us the list.
So this is what Danny Delfino's been listening to on his iPod.
These are the
top 10 played songs
in
on
no
Danny's
particular
iPod.
order. They didn't give us specific.
Yeah, there's no numbers, so I don't know if
Right.
if it. Yeah, I have no idea. So
first song, one of the songs the top 10 he listened to is "Beautiful Loser" by Bob Seger.
I like Bob Seger.
Yeah.
It's like a good
a good song.
like kind of middle rock kind of thing. Beautiful Loser.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll put him in a good mood. He can look in the mirror and say, "I may have lost 16-0,
But
I'm
beautiful."
still beautiful." Okay, I like that. Okay, what else?
It's "Loser" by Beck.
Oh, well.
I don't really know anything that Beck does, but he's pretty popular. But
Okay.
I don't know any.
Well, Loser, I don't think we have to say anything about that song. Okay.
Oh, he's a Beatles fan.
Oh, he's playing some Beatles? Oh,
Playing
let me
some
guess.
Beatles. "I'm a Loser" by the
he's-
Beatles.
Okay, he was probably beating himself up on the drive home then if he's listening to that. Okay. What
Yeah,
else? What else we got?
A little Queen, "Loser in the End,"
Okay, well,
which
maybe
he was,
it's on the
he
same
was a
CD
loser
as We Are the
after-
Champions,
Yeah.
and he hit the wrong thing.
repeatedly. He listens to it a lot.
Maybe he jinxed himself driving down there, and he listened to this
He
on
was
the way
trying
down
to do
there.
the reverse psychology
or maybe Baggish hacked into his iPod. I don't know,
and put all those in there.
just for negative kind of thing.
"Loser with a Broken Heart" by Chicago.
Okay, well,
He's got a theme going on here with his 10.
He used to live outside Chicago. Yeah, there seems to be a theme to these songs.
going on here.
I don't know. It's suspicious. Okay, what else?
Buck Owens.
I like
little-
Buck Owens.
"I'm a Natural Loser."
Oh, okay.
So
maybe he was listening to Pandora. Maybe that's what this is from. Okay.
one of my favorites, Tom Petty. I love Tom
Oh,
Petty.
I like Tom Petty.
Yeah. Even the Losers.
Even the losers. Okay. I
They
was
do
thinking
get
it would
lucky
be
sometimes, though.
Last
According
Dance
to
with
Tom
Mary
Petty.
Jane, I thought was what you're going to go there.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of Tom Petty songs to pick from. You would think. But,
Well,
apparently this is his favorite.
maybe what it is it's like the country song where if you play it in reverse, you get your dog back, your wife back, your truck back.
Really? Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
if he
maybe.
plays these in reverse, he figures he's going to win. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't play him in reverse on an iPad. He needs a vinyl.
Oh, well, I don't know. No, I could play stuff in reverse.
Can you?
Audacity. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
I don't see any reason to do it.
right. I don't either. You don't need your dog and your kid and your whatever
But
band.
yeah.
Little River Band.
Little
is
River
next on
Band.
his list.
Okay.
Lonesome Loser is one of his
Oh,
favorites.
maybe he was driving alone then. Okay.
Yeah,
Lonesome
it's possible,
Loser. I
yeah.
don't even know that song. These all seem
I'd
to
sing
have
it to
loser
you, but
in the
I can't
title.
sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
A Charlie Louvin, or Louvin, who I've never heard
Charlie
of.
Louvin.
You've heard
oh,
of Charlie
yeah,
Louvin?
yeah.
I've never heard of Charlie
Well,
Louvin.
he's not that popular.
Is he old school? Is this
More or
like-
less.
More or less.
Yeah.
Even the Loser Likes to Dream.
Even the loser likes to dream.
It's an interesting title.
Okay. I don't know. He seems to have eclectic taste.
And I would actually imagine that this might be his favorite, most played, but
Oh, so maybe it's in reverse
we
order.
don't know for sure.
Okay.
But no, this one coming up.
Okay.
This is just my guess that this would be his last one.
Okay.
He's probably a big Jimmy Buffett fan.
We all like Jimmy Buffett.
Everybody likes
right?
Jimmy Buffett, but
Margaritaville.
Playing the Loser again. I would think he's listening to that one the most. I don't know.
Okay, Jimmy Buffett. Well, Bob Seger to Jimmy Buffett,
So-
Beatles, Chicago. Well, that's not a bad iPad.
Yeah, Beck. But this is the list that we got hacked from his iPod.
Should I feel good going into playing him in this big money match that he
Oh
lost?
no, I
16
think you should be nervous.
Yeah, he can only do better.
Right.
He can't do
Yeah.
any worse, so he'll have nothing
And
to
then
lose.
you have
kind of
Danny
thing.
Baggish coming up, going.
Oh, yeah,
say
what
you-
happened?
say-
Jeez,
just,
you let that guy
you
take
go
a leg
14
off
to
you?
2 or-
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they rigged it just to aggravate me.
Right, and
in
so
some way,
Baggish will be
shape, or
coming
form.
up. Well, geez, you.
I wonder if Baggish is going to be in New Orleans. If he's behind me, like saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're going to lose a leg," that's going to be a bummer. But hopefully we'll put on a good show and we'll stream it. And if we can raise some money for this hurricane or typhoon relief thing, I think that'd be even better. So I'll get on the phone we have a little time to get it together. So hopefully, all in good
Right,
fun
right.
with Danny. Danny's
Oh,
a
I'm
good
sure it'll
guy.
be a good time,
He must
for
have,
sure.
that must have been painful.
Yeah.
I've lost on stage and played badly, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a terrible feeling. I got whitewashed in. I lost 5-0 to this Dutch dude in the final of the 5-on-1 singles in Stamford a couple of years ago, and I played nowhere near as good as I did to get there, and it was just a nightmare. And then the legs that I should have won, I blew the doubles. I mean, it was just kind of horrible.
I'll give you a little incentive
Okay.
when you play him.
Okay,
If you lose
right? Somebody's
16-0,
Johan's gonna.
I'm gonna be calling Johan to hack into your iPod.
If
And
I
it'll be
lose
on the show.
16
It'll be on the show
if I
next
lose
week.
16-0, I will give you Johan's email address and you can have at
Okay.
it. But if anybody's seen my iPod, I mean, it's like forget about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just sort of like a bunch of stuff that nobody's ever heard of.
Right.
So, but I like it that way. Anyway, so okay, we're going to be gone next week. Are you cool with that?
Yes,
you can
we're-
actually unpack a little bit.
I could maybe get my apartment in
I'm
order.
so glad you're in the city. Now we
Uh-huh.
just got to get you out playing.
I got to get back to the dartboard.
Yeah, you got to get you back playing, man. It'll be good. We'll go out to some.
Well, I
tournaments
mean,
and,
I guess.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, I
get back into
got
it.
to get my dartboard hung back up and
Okay, bullseye's
Get on.
5'8". Don't forget that.
right.
I don't even know where you're going to put it.
I don't either.
Back of the front door. Throw in the hallway.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's. I thought about that today. I
Yeah.
was like, because I was kind of picturing your place, and I'm like, back of the front door.
Right.
You'd be fine. Anyway,
right.
thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks with all sorts of goodies. I'll rip the BDO then. Whoever's asking for BDO rips, don't worry, it's coming. Don't forget you can. We'll have the video up on YouTube in an hour or two, and then you can always get the audio off iTunes. I forget. iTunes, TuneIn.com, Stitcher.com. Go to darttalk.us. If any of your friends are asking you, where do I find the show? Just go on the internet, go on your little World Wide Web thingy, go to darttalk.us, and there are links to everything on that page
Right.
as we speak. And that's the place where everybody needs to go now once I get the website up, and I will have time to work on it after New Orleans. Again, thanks everybody for listening. Safe travels to everybody going to Hawaii. I guess Sean
Yeah.
Rain is going, so good luck to him and Larry, and then Benny Dersh and Ray Carver. Everybody going to
Since we
the America's Tour.
that
A lot at stake
and
with that.
Good luck in New Orleans. Have fun.
Yep,
to
safe
everybody.
travels.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody take care.